Thanks for joining us. No financial staff, a 2,800% increase in reimbursements. The signs were there, but the Minnesota Department of Education failed to act on massive fraud happening within Feeding Our Future, according to the state auditor's office. The scathing new report lays out where the department failed and how a group of people ended up stealing millions in federal money meant to feed kids. Lou Raguse is here now from our newsroom with details. Lou?
Randy, this report was long awaited because it provides a look at how the fraudsters involved in the Feeding Our Future scheme were able to get away with stealing from the federal child nutrition program for as long as they did.
The nonpartisan Office of Legislative Audit made it clear. They found the Minnesota Department of Education did not do everything within its power to stop the $250 million federal child nutrition scheme now known as the Feeding Our Future fraud case, providing inadequate oversight and creating opportunities for fraud.
Time and time again throughout the 4 years that it participated in the child nutrition programs, MDE missed opportunities to hold Feeding Our Future accountable.
MDE was supposed to provide direct oversight of Feeding Our Future, the nonprofit that provided oversight for dozens and dozens of meal sites across Minnesota claiming to serve children in need. Some of the most damning findings in the 120-page report include that despite having 15 full-time employees dedicated to oversight of the meal program, MDE repeatedly and inappropriately asked Feeding Our Future to investigate complaints about itself.
And when MDE decided to investigate complaints about Feeding Our Future at sites, its investigations were inadequate.
MDE officials have long maintained that they contacted authorities when they knew there was fraud and that their hands were tied because Feeding Our Future's executive director filed a lawsuit and the judge initially sided with her.
You're not going to hear me place blame.
But the report reveals MDE should have been aware of the fraud within months, and it was actually the FBI who contacted them in February 2021.
I can tell you that it was certainly after the Department of Education had reason to suspect fraud.
And the report gives several recommendations for changes within MDE. The legislature has since passed some changes, and MDE now has an Office of Inspector General within it in hopes of providing more oversight in the future. Randy.
All right, Lou, thanks. A jury recently found these 5 defendants guilty of various counts of wire fraud, money laundering, conspiracy, and bribes in the Feeding Our Future fraud case. 2 men were found not guilty and acquitted on all counts they faced. There are 70 total defendants in the case. 18 have pleaded guilty. They still need to be sentenced along with the 5 convicted. 44 others still face trials, which are expected to take place this year.